If you've ever woken up in a cold sweat at 2 a.m., like with your heart just pounding out of your chest, you know that lighting a candle and trying to just breathe is completely useless.
Oh, absolutely useless. It's just the worst feeling.
Right. So, welcome to today's deep dive. Our mission today is uncovering some unconventional but highly practical psychological first aid for that exact kind of acute stress.
Yeah, and we're looking at insights from Osman, who is an energy healer and yoga teacher. He goes by the blind Muslim yogi,
And the wildest part of his advice is that this expert yoga teacher explicitly tells you not to meditate when you're in the middle of a panic spiral.
which, sounds like a massive contradiction coming from a yogi. I mean, it totally goes against the grain of everything we usually hear.
Right, it's like trying to gently parallel park a car that's currently going like 100 miles per hour. You're just going to total the vehicle.
That is a perfect analogy
Yeah.
because meditation actually requires a baseline of calm to even work. When you're in that state, your amygdala, that's your brain's threat detection center, has just completely hijacked you.
So you're just flooded with cortisol at that point.
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
drowning in cortisol, so traditional mindfulness stuff just bounces right off. You literally cannot breathe your way out of it.
Okay, so if we can't breathe our way out, what's the actual mechanism for stopping that loop?
Well, Osmond says you have to break the isolation. When you're just panicking alone in the dark, your brain acts like this massive echo chamber.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it just amplifies the threat.
Right, it just bounces around in your head. So his primary rule is to force your attention outward, ideally by connecting with a human who acts as like a pillar of strength.
But I mean, at 2 a.m., nobody's awake. You can't just call a friend.
Exactly. Which brings us to the next step in his hierarchy, which is digital distraction.
Okay, grabbing your smartphone. But wait, I have to push back here. Doesn't the blue light from screens just like completely wreck your circadian rhythm? We're always told to avoid screens if we wake up anxious.
Well, yeah, under normal circumstances for sure. But acute stress is a triage situation. The immediate danger isn't that you mess up your sleep cycle.
It's the panic loop itself.
Exactly, it's the escalating panic. Engaging with something visually stimulating, like a stand-up comedy special, forces your brain to process external data. That cognitive load literally short-circuits the internal panic.
Okay, so it's triage. Stop the bleeding first. Worry about the sleep schedule tomorrow.
Exactly. But there's a massive warning flag in the source material here. Whatever you do, do not search how to stop worrying.
Wait, really? Why not?
Because doing that actively feeds the amygdala. By researching your anxiety, you're confirming to your brain that yes, there is a legitimate threat right now.
Oh, that makes so much sense. So it has to be pure distraction, something completely unrelated.
Right, purely unrelated. That signals to your nervous system that the coast is clear.
Okay, so comedy or an action movie works, but sometimes distraction isn't enough. Sometimes you actually just need to verbalize what's happening to you.
Which is where the modern twist comes in, using
Mhm.
AI. Things like ChatGPT or Google's Gemini.
Or Copilot, yeah. And obviously we know what these are, but using them as psychological first aid is such a fascinating shift.
It really is. It highlights how effective an immediate sounding board can be. When you articulate your thoughts to an external entity, you're forced to structure them.
You have to actually type out sentences instead of just feeling abstract doom.
Precisely. You shrink those massive abstract fears down into concrete words, and the AI gives you this zero judgment 247 space to just externalize it.
Breaking that isolation without the guilt of waking up a friend before their morning shift. I mean, you're not looking for the bot to fix your life, just to break the echo chamber.
Exactly. And intercepting this quickly is crucial. Osmond points out that 70 to 80% of illnesses have roots or major influences in chronic stress.
Wait, 70 to 80%? That high?
Yeah. So when you let acute stress run rampant, you're repeatedly bathing your internal organs in stress hormones. Using a comedy special or a chatbot to stop that is vital preventative medicine.
Wow, it completely reframes distraction from a guilty pleasure into a necessary medical intervention.
Yep. So your immediate job is just to break the isolation. Call a friend, put on a movie, or vent to an AI. Just get out of your own head to stop the spiral.
I love that. So as we wrap up today, think about this. If AI chatbots can successfully act as reliable first responders for our late-night panic, how might our fundamental human definition of a support system evolve over the next decade? It's something for you to mull over. Just remember, when your mind is going 100 miles per hour, don't try to parallel park. Focus on hitting the brakes first.